Welcome back to my YouTube channel, all my fellow Librans. It's me, Teri Hunter, and I'm here with the August 2021 Libra Heavenly Horoscopes. And this is for Libra rising, moon, sun, and stelliums. And what I'm going to do today is talk about the transits that are happening in the stars right now. And then I'm going to do a reading for Libra, where the angels are going to give their advice for how to traverse the transits most effectively. So let's start off with one of the biggest influences that's going on, which is Jupiter retrograding in Aquarius. And this is in your fifth house, Libra. This is Libra rising, moon, sun, and stellium. So you're going to start with your rising, and that's how I'm counting the houses. The fifth house represents children, romance, creativity, fun, entertainment, hobbies, everything, summer fun and loving. And when Jupiter is retrograding into Aquarius, what we're going to do is be revisiting something that we've already experienced once. We've got Saturn in Aquarius as well, and it's going retrograde. And these two planets are not in a tight conjunction by any means. They're many degrees apart, but they're in the same house, basically having a conversation that can be overheard by one another. And Jupiter represents our beliefs. It represents the judicial system. It represents religions and priests and judges and foreign travel and foreign ideas and who am I and what am I kind of questions. Saturn rules authority, organizations, government, rules, regulations, limitations, depression, cold things, sort of dry things. And so with these two planets in Aquarius, it's offering us going retrograde. It's offering us Libras, especially Libra rising, moon, sun, and stelliums, an opportunity to revisit our beliefs about what we create, about the creative process, about children in our lives, about our personal unique expression. And it's giving us an opportunity to look at where we have put limitations, where we may have limitations on us, but where have we agreed to those limitations? And it's giving us an opportunity until October to revisit these ideas, to look at these as opportunities to rewrite our lives and start anew. So as you contemplate these things, in October, when these planets go direct, you'll be able to really root them in and get them with some traction. So it's a really good time to reflect and to reassess and then go back again. Because oftentimes it takes a little while to realize the layers of our co-creation that we do, hoping to please others. And that is really something that's very Libran. That's why I'm kind of harping on it, because Libra is so cooperative and so partner oriented. So that's a running theme. On August 1st, Libra, we have the Sun and Mercury in Leo in opposition to your fifth house, Aquarius. It's in opposition to Saturn. So how you express yourself out in the world, the sun, Mercury, how you think, what you read about, what you speak about, your everyday activities is going to be in opposition to Saturn in Aquarius. So it's an opportunity to, again, revolutionize yourself, to see where those tensions are illuminating a path of ease for you if you will let go of what is creating tension. We also have on that day Mars in Virgo in opposition to Jupiter at the 29th degree of Aquarius. This is a 1 degree difference, but it's the planet of action, the planet of authenticity. Mars is aggressive. Aries is considered aggressive because it's the truth seeker. It's the pioneer. It doesn't want to get stuck in old dogma. It wants to move forward, move forward. And Jupiter in opposition is asking Mars, what do you believe about yourself? What do you really want to revolutionize? Don't just blaze forward, but rather contemplate so that you can then effectively move forward. On the 8th, we have a new moon in Leo, and always Leo is is about fun and frivolity and about expression and actors and in some ways having an audience that validates our self-expression. So in the new moon, where it's the darkest phase of the moon, we're planting our seeds. We're putting our faith into the ground, and our job is to nurture that faith as we move along. And there will be illuminations that come, and one of them will be at this blue full moon on the 22nd. But before I get there, I want to talk a little bit about our ruling planet Venus. Right now is in Virgo, and on the 9th of August, it will create an opposition between Neptune and Pisces. And Neptune's very watery, Neptune is murky, Neptune is a very spiritual sign. And it could bring in partnerships and in love a little bit of confusion. You may feel unsure of yourself, you may feel unsure of the situation, or you may be romanticizing things a bit and looking at the glass as half full through rose-colored lenses, and you're not realizing that the water's actually got some bugs in it. So you may want to pay a little attention to that. Look before you leap, as they say. The week of the 16th and on the 18th, exact Mercury and Mars will be in conjunction with each other in Virgo. This can indicate squabbles at work. This can indicate a bit of aggravation in our mind and what we're thinking about and how we're feeling about what we're thinking about. And being a Libra, you may tend to want to be a peacekeeper, but I think it's important about using Mars authenticity to express yourself effectively, because they're going to be doing this dance for about 2 weeks, and it could be a little bit challenging for you to constantly acquiesce to somebody else's agenda. We have Venus moving into Libra, your sign, on the 17th. That'll feel warm and fuzzy and lovey, and the energy will lift up. And then on the 22nd, we have our full blue moon in Aquarius. This full blue moon is indicative of the second Aquarius full moon inside of a 30-day period. We had the first one at the end, I believe it was the 23rd of July. Aquarius is innovative. It is real science and logic and space and going where no man has gone before in some respects, but for humanity, for the bigger picture, for higher consciousness. It's a rather idealistic sign, and it also craves its own unique expression. So as we see this moon, there's going to be this illumination on how are you expressing yourself, because this is in your sign of creativity. It's in your sign of children. How are you parenting? Are you parenting authentically to you? So this is going to be very illuminating and really offer the culmination of imbalance, as long as Libra is willing to be authentic as you observe it. We'll go into Virgo season on August 22nd and 23rd. And then on the 24th, 25th, depending where you are in the world, we'll see Mercury in the 6th house of Virgo making an opposition to Neptune. Murky communications, murky thinking, murky speaking even in some respects, because Neptune is watery, and Neptune it's a very spiritual sign, but it also can be one of spirits, if you get my drift. It also asks us to be egoless, and most humans interpret that as giving up our ego to some other agenda. I think it's the opposite. It's really where our ego doesn't necessarily make its decisions based on an audience. And yet here we are in the 5th house of creativity, where we need an audience in order to feel validated for our creativity. So things can get a little sketchy there. And then finally, on the 30th, Mercury will move into Libra, joining Venus. So there'll be some sweet talk, I think. There'll be a peaceful feeling there. The mind may calm down by then, and it may calm down as a result of the illuminations that you've had of this full moon in Aquarius that liberates you from any oppression you may be feeling or any responsibilities or obligations that really aren't yours. All right, let's go on to the angel reading and see what they have to say for Libra. Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. This is a wonderful energy. There's a lot of moon energy here. There's a lot of energy of trusting your intuition, feeling with your heart rather than with your mind. There's very feminine sign, very fertile sign. So if part of what you want to do, Libra, is create children, this is a wonderful time to do that because, or at least to attempt to do that, but to do it through fun, not through obligatory sex and not because you're ovulating. Be like a teenager. Just have fun. All right. In our in our foundational position, we have the Deer and we have Caressa. You're going through the end of a life cycle right now, again, illuminated by this blue full moon in Aquarius. So be gentle with yourself. As some things that break away may initially feel as sorrowful, but yet I feel like there'll be a wisdom behind that change, behind that, sort of culmination is the way I want to put it. In the opportunity or the obstacle, again, is a transformational death card and patience asking us to observe things. So often in my experience, spirit comes in when I have an intention for something and fulfills that intention in a way that my human mind could not have imagined. I could not have put players in, people in the right place. I could not have put the dynamics there. I could not have imagined them even showing up. That's where Libra has to be gentle and diplomatic as one chapter closes and another door opens. And the chapter closing could very well have to do with your beliefs about your ability to create children, your ability to create anything you want, your ability to have fun, because there's so much balancing that you're trying to do. Because in the angels' advice is Merlin, the grand wizard of alchemy, justice, and balance. And here's Celeste. Celeste talks about a new home or a new place of employment, ushering in good energies, new energies, and that may be applicable. But in the angel's advice, this indicates a shift in your thinking that is actually very fortuitous. It creates balance. It is a just and karmic time for this transition, and it is through your observation that you will be served best, where the illuminations will come, because the truth will be served. And this is the truth of your heart, not the truth of your mind. And meditation will very much help anchor you during this time if for some reason the chapter that closes feels a little jarring. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn in ancient times and by Uranus in modern times. And Uranus creates explosions and lightning, and it gives us anxiety. It rules the nervous system. It rules systems without a brain. Our nervous system, our skin is a system. Social media is a system, so we could even say, well, I won't go there. But in any case, I feel very strongly for Libra. Feel loved and comforted as there's a certain culmination happening for you, a certain, almost feels like the ending of a chapter, not the ending of a book, the turning of a page, so maybe not the complete end of a chapter. And now it's about putting your intention out during this very prosperous new moon in Leo, in the natural 5th house of children, and allowing yourself to let your fears kind of be subsided as you turn over those fears to spirit and you see miracles in the alignment of your belief. All right, Libra, that's it for me, Teri Hunter, for this month, August 2021. If you'd like to book a reading with me, my information is below in the description. Please like, please subscribe, please share, please comment. I appreciate all your support, and I'm sending lots of love to you, and I'll be back next month.